Hello, everyone. I hope you're doing well. I'm Shane Pengove, and this is Impulse Architecture. Today, I'm going to be reading Impulse Architecture, guiding you through. And afterward, I'll be providing a few additional thoughts and some reflection on the piece. I've been looking forward to doing these each week, so I'm pretty excited to be here doing this, and I'm really grateful that you're here listening. So, thank you. The world around us is filled with noise. We are constantly being pulled multiple ways at once, expected to have a superhuman ability to sift through what matters and what doesn't, what is for us to worry about, and what we must leave for others. Our perspective is threatened with stormy weather and choppy waters, and it can be difficult to navigate a complex and changing world when we cannot clearly see what lies on the horizon. We need a steadying hand that knows what's important. Enter advisors. Occupying the top left corner of the Action Essence matrix, advisors share a few key things in common. They are firmly grounded, have unmatched perspective, and are nearly impossible to shake. Advisors see what makes things strong, how systems endure, why relationships last, and what values keep us steady. Their close relationship with roots, both personal and cultural, lets them trace the architecture of resilience. Advisors know what got us this far and where we should go next. While advisors are powerful and invaluable in many roles and positions, they often show up in roles like strategic planning, product management, mentorship, spiritual leadership, counseling, and ethics guidance. They do very well as liaisons between groups, departments, and eras because they understand that there is a deep and important relationship between protecting earned memory and navigating change and progress. To be an advisor is to carry the weight of cultural anxiety and ambiguity and stand steady, assured that we have the tools we need today and will build the tools we need tomorrow. Advisors appreciate and respect the meaning of our history and achievements and use it to assure and guide others and to generate the traditions and knowledge of the future. For advisors, meaning itself is our most timeless and essential relationship. Understanding the style and function of an advisor comes with vivid outlook, curation, and revelation. For those that are advisors, your essence lies between connecting and understanding, and you tend to seek preservation and creation. These traits can best serve you and those around you by being applied to environments where you can share what you see and steady your peers. Be careful not to become consumed by your tools and allies. History shapes us, but it must not confine us. If you recognize the traits of an advisor in yourself, this is significant. You are part of the creation of what defines who we are. You do not see the picture alone. For those that know advisors are irreplaceable individuals that do steady, valuable, sometimes unnoticed and underappreciated work. But when things get difficult, the work of advisors is what keeps us together and sees us through. Our bonds and our knowledge are so easy to take for granted, and this is largely because of the efforts of our advisors. Advisors see what matters and help it to coalesce into a safe and reliable image for everyone else. Don't overlook the good work of advisors. They have the knowledge that we need, and their passionate interest in discerning the valuable from the priceless comes from a place of deep respect for the larger picture. Advisors are the navigators of our cultural ship. We expect them to remain calm and clear-headed no matter the circumstances because we need them to. The work of advisors is not always immediately obvious, but it is at the core of everything. Everything is built on the diligence of advisors. To strengthen the way we root and carry ourselves with the spirit of an advisor, let's reflect on the foundations that support our lives, nurture the relationships that give our lives meaning, practice perspective by honoring how far we've come, pursue the knowledge and alliances that will strengthen our future. Who provides the knowledge that stabilizes and sustains us? In the world of impulse architecture, we call them advisors. They are among the most reliable, clear-minded people. Without them, we may be taken by the storms of uncertainty, consumed by the ocean of endless priorities. This discussion has covered many of the similarities between the types of advisors, but there are multiple ways that advisors can differ. There are 4 more specific archetypes that will be explored later when we dissect advisors, who vary between create, preserve, and understand, connect. Next up, authors. If being an advisor resonates with you, try these. Picture a moment when uncertainty was high. What grounded you, or could have grounded others? Think of an achievement that fills you with pride. What lasting structures or values helped make it possible? And as we look ahead, what wisdom or connection is still missing? As we sort of move around the quadrants of the action essence matrix, it's kind of getting more fun and interesting for me to explore as we go, because there starts to be sort of a larger picture and intersections and contrasts between the different ways that who we are manifest on the matrix. I find advisors to be really interesting because of sort of how literally they often are advisors, which is certainly one of the themes that I aim to find in naming each of the quadrants, is sort of the roles that they tend to fill. And advisors are the people that advise us, that we turn to for advice. They are keepers and curators of knowledge, and they separate what matters from what doesn't. And a heavy theme that I definitely tried to touch on in this piece, but maybe there's probably a lot more elaboration I could have done on it, and perhaps will be done in the future, is sort of that ability to sift through competing priorities and competing information. Advisors, I think, are particularly relevant now in culture because of just how much there is going on. I mean, how much information is there just talking about how much information there is? There are so many things pulling us this way and that, and saying, hey, no, pay attention to this. No, this is what's important. No, we need to focus on this. And advisors are sort of the people that can see through all the noise and the competing, the things competing for our attention. And they're just incredibly valuable in the way that they're able to stay steady and kind of serve as beacons for other people and provide, helpful and valuable insight into what other people need to focus on as well, maybe for them to achieve the best that they can. And for me, that sort of, I don't know, maybe that's a little bit reductive, but I think that is such a common theme among advisors, no matter where exactly they lie sort of in this quadrant. And that's what I find to be most interesting about them. And I'm really excited, as was the case with advocates as well, and with the others, I'm excited in the future to break the quadrant down further and look at the more subtle differences between the ways that people can be advisors. But for today, I'm really excited to have sort of laid this out. And to all the advisors that hear this, thank you for your work. Impulse Architecture notices you and appreciates you very much. So that's pretty much it that I have for advisors today. But obviously we're going to keep moving around the matrix, and authors will be next. And that's another one that I'm really excited for. That'll probably be next week. So I'll talk to you again soon, and thank you for listening today.